Well, good morning, Carbondale. How y'all doing out there? My goodness, November, here we are. I cannot believe it. Wow. The fall flew by, but the fall's not over. We are now here in the thick of it. But anyways, it's a nice little, dreary fall day. Hope everyone's doing well out there. And thanks for tuning in to 91.1 WDBX. This is Talk of the Town. I am your host, Eva Fisher, and I have some awesome guests in here with me today. I've got Angie Cool from Jackson County Health Department, and I have Amy from SIU Sustainability. Thank you so much for being in here, you two. We're going to launch into conversation with them in just a minute here. I just want to give you a couple updates and reminders on some things. We have a lot of community involvement opportunities floating around in the ether right now. So I want to remind everyone of our stormwater survey. The City of Carbondale is working with Greater Egypt Planning Regional Commission to develop a stormwater master plan for infrastructure, for the future as we experience across the world, rise in stormwaters and whatnot. But anyways, we need to know what parts of our city are being most affected by urban flooding. So if in these times that we have these little rainstorms coming through, you notice a spot near your house, near your neighborhood, near the grocery store you go to, wherever you might notice some flooding and water pooling up occurring, please let us know by taking our stormwater survey. You can find this on our City of Carbondale government Facebook page. We have a post about it pinned to the top of the page. You can go to explorecarbondale.com, and in our press release carousel, you'll find one on our stormwater survey, and you can go there and find the link there to take this survey. And another thing that we are looking for community input. We have a new comprehensive plan in the works for Carbondale, and we're working with this awesome organization, and we have developed our initiative is called Plan Carbondale. So you can visit plancarbondale.com at any time to give input and ideas of what you would like to see in our city, maybe things that you like already you would like to see expanded upon, or fresh ideas. And we're actually having our Big Ideas workshop on November 13th at City Hall from 6:30 to 8 p.m. So please join us and share your big ideas for what you would like to see coming up in the City of Carbondale. And so I know that one big idea I hear people talk about a lot is sustainability and recycling. So I have some awesome people in here today who, that's their life's work. That's what they focus on. So good morning, Angie. Good morning, Amy. How are you two?
Great. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So I brought you two on today because I love talking about sustainability and recycling. But specifically right now, a very fun way folks in our community are going to get to recycle is by coming to the Great Southern Illinois Pumpkin Smash this coming weekend, November 9th. I'm so excited about this event. So I would love to let you two introduce yourselves, maybe tell us your roles in your organization and what you do.
Perfect. So at Sustainability Office, I'm the Director of Sustainability at Southern Illinois University. We do a lot in our office, but the main goal is just to be the sustainability education and outreach arm for the university through the green food initiatives that the students supported. So at SIU, we're committed to empowering a culture of sustainability through our campus-based solutions that are collaborative solutions, and we want to look at academics, our operations, our research efforts, and campus life. So what we do is try to create a model campus environment that engages students and community, our members, in our sustainable lifestyles. So the Pumpkin Smash event is a perfect event that ties into this mission.
Awesome. Gosh, it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to get out to it. And Angie, tell us about your role.
Well, hello everyone out there in the Carbondale area. This is Angie Keel, Recycling Coordinator for the Jackson County Health Department, and I'm involved with a lot of different recycling events and activities for our county and community, and just really excited to be partnering with SIU and to do our community pumpkin smash.
Yes, amazing. So how long has this pumpkin smash been going on for now?
This is our second year, so we're looking forward to a lot more this year.
That's all right. It's only the second one. Okay.
Yeah, Pumpkin Smash started up north actually in the
Uh-huh.
Chicagoland area about, I think, 2014 or so, and it's just kind of spread throughout the states. And now I think we had multiple states and participating last year. But yeah, we're excited to bring that event to Southern Illinois in a fun, exciting way here in Carbondale.
Awesome. Yes. So what all, okay, it's like Pumpkin Smash, of course. I feel like people can gather the gist of that from the title. You bring your pumpkins, you smash them. But what all can people expect at this event?
There's gonna be a variety of activities, so when we're looking at just the smash
Okay, we'll
stations,
put
we're looking at multiple smashing activities, so they can interact with our scissor drop, we have the rage room with pumpkins, we have the trebuchet built by our really impressive engineering students on campus, there'll be compost demos, Project Human X will be there with some face painting. We even have some local vendors that are gonna be there supporting the events. The extension office is gonna be on site roasting pumpkin seeds, and they're even gonna offer some muffins for free. They're made from pumpkins. So we're trying to just pull in this environment where pumpkins are a food source,
Yeah.
but not just for decorations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and also we want to encourage folks to dig in their garages and find those leftover 5-gallon buckets. Bring out a bucket. This is a BYOB event. Bring out your bucket to the composting facility. We'll have a big pile there with a compost education display, and you can take home your very own 5-gallon bucket for free of fresh compost from the composting facility on campus.
Amazing. So for those who maybe are, new to this kind of idea of sustainability and recycling and compost, so like what's the benefit of compost for our listeners? Like what can they do with this 5-gallon bucket of compost they might bring home?
Ooh, that's black gold. You can use it for your potted plants or for your garden or flower beds around your house. There's just a number of ways that you could utilize that black gold, if you will, on your land or in your community garden project, things like that.
Yeah, so anything you're growing, you can use this. It's just nice, nutrient-rich dirt. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, Illinois is the #1 producer of pumpkins in the United States. Pumpkins are actually about 90% water, so we want to keep those pumpkins out of the landfill. When those pumpkins, they take a long time to decompose in the landfill conditions, and the water that comes off of them has to be treated. Let's save that whole process, all that old work, all that hard work, and get those pumpkins out, composting, and providing that benefit to our environment.
It also helps reduce greenhouse gases when landfills, when we're putting pumpkins in the landfills, it creates methane gas because it's an anaerobic environment. So when we're composting pumpkins, it's bringing in oxygen where it does not create methane gas. So actually landfills are like the #3 producer of methane gas in our environment. So we're making a big impact with this event.
Yeah, you are, absolutely. I'm so glad you said that because, I remember seeing a comment on Facebook on the post like, well, I don't get it. Isn't it going to decompose in the landfill? But just like, and that's such a great question because it's like, you would think, well, doesn't it decompose there? Like it would decompose there, but it's this whole other cycle that it goes through. And like you said, then it saves those gases from being in there and saves that water treatment. And then you get to reuse it. And then you get to benefit from it, from having thriving plants and gardens.
Thriving plants, and it even increases the soil moisture too. So when we're in drought tolerant conditions, that's going to help us thrive.
Okay, awesome. I love it.
Last year we collected 2.8 tons of pumpkins from our community, and so we're really asking this year to help us break that first year initiative, and let's keep going larger and bigger and make it huge this year.
Yes, that is amazing. 2.8 tons, you said?
Yes.
That blows me away. That's a lot.
It is a lot. The state overall had 241 tons reported, so we were 2.8 tons out of that, and it was 95 sites. So since 2014, they have now 95 sites. They started with 2, so it keeps growing, and we're the first ones down and south on the map now.
Wow, yay, go us.
It's really been quite a fun experience planning this event. It's one that people seem to get very excited about, and it lots of energy and enthusiasm and ideas on things that we could have fun with in this event. So we're really excited about getting out there this weekend, rain or shine.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there and look forward to having the community bring those pumpkins out.
Absolutely. Well, I just love too how it extends that festive, we're all about Halloween here in Carbondale. We have that nice jam-packed Halloween weekend. And then this extends that festivities. It's great. Keep this in mind once Halloween is done, which that is a holiday that produces a lot of waste, unfortunately. So here's something where you get to, feel good about it. Be like, oh, okay, I can go out and smash these pumpkins and know I'm contributing a little good in the world and having a whole lot of fun. I feel like it's gotta be very cathartic. It's a hectic season and you're like, right, here's an event, right? Probably, you don't really have to worry what you look like going out to a pumpkin smash. You're gonna go out there and get some pumpkin guts on you, I'm sure, so.
You'll see that too, once you see the students and how they interact and how much fun they're having. You just can tell that they need it. It's a great outlet.
That's
Some
awesome.
of these pumpkins have really gotten their use in our community as well. They started out at the Pumpkin Glow for Green Earth,
Yeah.
that annual event, and then they some of them made their way over to the Dome Home Glow as well, and then they'll be finishing their rounds around Carbondale on the edge there at the farms where we'll smash them up and get them composted.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I feel like we need like documentary next year on like this life cycle of these Carbondale pumpkins.
We even had some great supporters in the community, like Rendleman Orchards did a kind donation of 100 pumpkins. Life's Orchards donated pumpkins. So really the community just came together, farms director and people on campus are bringing pumpkins. But we do want people to bring the pumpkins that they have at home, but we'll have some extra on site.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, and I have a question for those who, have pumpkins that they want to keep around for the rest of the fall season for decoration. And then the pumpkin smash event has come and gone. How can they take care of their pumpkins in a sustainable way once they're done with them?
Oh, great question, Eva. That's the way you can get started in backyard composting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have educational materials on how you can do that at the event. But if the folks can't make it out, they can contact either myself or Amy or the folks over at U of I Extension office. We have a plethora, a whole bunch of materials available to help folks get started in composting.
Awesome. Yay. Well, good deal. And that's something that you can do even if you, have a small backyard or whatnot. You can compost in a really small space. It's not like, okay, you have to live on a farm with a huge piece of property to be able to compost. You can compost anywhere, yeah?
Yeah, and even if you are, say, living in an apartment and you don't have a yard, there are a number of community gardens in the Carbondale area, and even Murfreesboro and surrounding communities have community garden places that will have composting facilities and where you can put your compost materials.
Awesome.
That is a big part of this initiative through Scarce that started this up north, their environmental organization, and they really just want to promote more legislation to improve more municipal composting throughout the state. So we're trying to encourage more of that too.
Okay.
Some more support there.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I love it. So, obviously, the pumpkin smash is not the only thing you two do for sustainability throughout the year. So I would love to hear about some other initiatives or ongoing projects or just things that you're really passionate about of what you do and what people can do with sustainability and recycling.
I'll start with my office. We do a wide range of things. We try to do as much as we can with our capacity, but the main thing we do is we work with the Student Green Fund. So there's Green Fund grant opportunities for our students, faculty, and staff on campus. So if you're listening out there, I want you all to know that there's opportunities to apply for grants to make change on campus. So for example, we've had some students on campus that applied for bike fix-it stations to improve our transportation, that be more greener on campus. We have LK refill stations, so we're not using single-use bottles. So we have opportunities for the campus to make change through that green fund that was voted in 2009. So I help leverage that, and we have a sustainability council that helps manage that. But beyond the green fund, we do a lot of education outreach. In the spring, we do a lot around Earth Month. Right now we're doing Green Office Challenge, trying to create a culture of sustainability on campus. we're just trying to encourage different offices to compete among each other, to try and make some changes that are little in their office. But we do everything from ink and toner recycling in our office, single-use battery recycling. So we do a lot of internal stuff, but we also do workshops that we invite the community to come to. So coming up this month, we have a sustainable menstrual cycle products for women to learn about. So because there's a lot there, and then we have in December a beeswax workshop. So we do a lot of different workshops throughout the semester to engage the students in the community, and they're always free because it's funded by the student green fee. And in the fall, we do heavy programming. So the spring is mostly with the Green Fund Grant, Earth Month, but moving towards the fall, we do a lot with the Pumpkin Smash event, these divergent events. And in November, right before Thanksgiving, so right after this, we're going to be recognizing Hunger and Homeless Awareness Week. So that starts November 18th and will end November 21st for our campus.
Great.
So we do a wide range of things. We really want to focus on the social pillar because we want to make sure people's basic needs are met so we can address some of these other issues. But there's a lot that we do in our office, so that's just a little bit, just to let the community know what we do. And I'm sure Angie feels the same way and is all over trying to address many of these important issues.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Thanks so much, Amy, and thanks just for all those little steps that your department does that you can already tell is bleeding across all of campus. You know, like that's really
One
cool
thing
to
I
hear.
do want to add real quick about this event is what people may not recognize is that we have a lot of recognitions on campus. So like our sustainable tracking system that gives us really recognition throughout the country and ranks us among other institutions. So the great Southern Illinois Pumpkin Smash will give us data to report our sustainability initiatives. So coming to this event and promoting it does help us get more attention as a university, and more students are looking for institutions that align with their values.
Yeah, that's wonderful. How cool.
Well, I just wanted to take the opportunity to send out a thank you to Carbondale and the Southern Illinois community for participating in our household hazardous waste collection last weekend that we had on campus. We had 490 vehicles go through that event.
Wow.
And a number of them were bringing in items from friends or neighbors, and we were able to capture that data. We had another 194 households participating, so almost 700 households in the region.
Wow.
Folks from Metropolis, Harrisburg, throughout the area came to Carbondale to participate in that event.
Wonderful.
It's one of many that we help organize at the health department for our community and our region. And so I wanted to just highlight some of those amazing numbers from a great Saturday afternoon event. We do other environmental ed efforts through the health department. We have a residential medical sharps program. We have 5 kiosks throughout the area that folks can drop off sharps. We also do a shred and med day in the spring and fall. We'll have our holiday light collection, collecting holiday lights that aren't working for recycling coming up. So as folks are getting ready for the holidays, if they identify strings of lights that are not working, we'll have drop-off locations throughout the community that folks can get those holiday lights recycled in a sustainable way.
Awesome.
Just a number of things that we do for the community, as well as coordinate efforts on the county level for our county offices, doing recycling at those offices. And that's just a great way to help the community live a sustainable life, for sure.
Yeah, wonderful. Man, so many things, and there's so many, sometimes I think that it can get like intimidating or overwhelming, like, oh, I want to recycle, I want to be sustainable, but I don't know where to start, and there's so many components to it. But I think if we can encourage folks to just start small, like what can you do? Be like, okay, I have a bucket, I can put all my aluminum cans in. Like start there, and then build from there. And you have so many awesome programs, so I don't know, pick one that speaks to you, or that is one that will be convenient for you to get to that weekend, and make that happen, and that makes such a huge difference.
Well, and I'd like to request help from the community to do some visioning for the future. Right now, Jackson County has a draft of their county solid waste and recycling plan. And we've done a number of things, surveys and whatnot, to get community input, but this is kind of the last chance for those bright ideas. If you have these amazing things that will help us move the needle forward, we'd love to hear from the community through our public comment period of our solid waste plan that Greater Egypt Regional Planning Commission helped us put together.
Wonderful.
And we're just one of several counties in the region, so if this message is getting out there to Williamson, Franklin, Jefferson counties throughout the region, check into solid waste and recycling in your community, because we're looking to make those changes and make things better for everyone.
Yeah. Angie, where can people find that survey or that you're mentioning?
The Jackson County Solid Waste Planning public comment period it's currently posted on Greater Egypt Regional Planning Commission's website, but we'll also have that on the Jackson County website as well.
Wonderful.
Jackson County Health Department website, www.jchdonline.org.
Okay, fantastic. Man, see so many things, more wonderful ways for community input that really makes a difference. I think, again, sometimes people are like, is this really going anywhere? I'm taking the survey. It goes somewhere, and it's vital to these projects, like you said, to be able to move that needle forward. We got to come together and figure out where are the issues here? How can we get this going? So awesome, I love it. So I just want to remind people as we're talking here, because we've talked about just a wonderful wide array of recycling now, but again, this weekend, November 9th, is the Great Southern Illinois Pumpkin Smash out at the SIU Farm Service Center from noon to 3, correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. So come out there with all of your pumpkins. You can smash them in fun ways. Come with a bucket or a bag. Take home your own compost. And I'm not exactly sure what the weather's supposed to be like, but I would say get ready to, bundle up, layer up. You might get warm smashing these pumpkins, and don't come in anything too fancy. You might get some rotten
Definitely
pumpkin
not. We're
on
gonna
that.
get dirty. It's gonna be a messy event, but that's part of the fun of it, really.
Absolutely.
Getting splashed by pumpkin juice. Woo!
Yes.
Be
I love
creative
it.
and bring your own smash mallets.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay,
We'll
nice.
accept those.
BYOSM. Put that on the
And
flyer.
we mentioned we have the drop-off site, so if you can't attend the smashing activities, we will have a drop-and-go site for the individuals in the community.
Oh, perfect. Okay, very good. Very, very good. It sounds like such a fun time. And, it's funny. Okay, whenever I was just talking to my sister about this, whenever I was like 13, like 12 or 13, I feel like I came up with the idea for smash rooms. I remember we were like in the car and I was like, man, wouldn't it be fun to just like be able to go in a room and just like break some plates or smash a TV? She's like, you had some little teen angst and you're figuring out a business plan for it. And now you see those all over. So I've never been to a smash room.
Oh,
So I'm ready to get to
here's
that
your
pumpkin
chance.
smash.
Come on out and smash
Live
the
out my
pumpkins.
13-year-old smash rage dreams.
You'll love the rage rooms then. And, we have
Yes.
a great group of students too. I also, while we're talking about this, want to thank our volunteers. We have a great group of volunteers. Over 40 people signed up to volunteer.
Awesome.
We have groups from the Women in Automotive Technology group. We have marketing students, my staff, community members. We're at like almost 60 volunteers. We went over our goal. So it's
That's
everyone
awesome.
that's coming together to make this a great event. And it just shows how much fun they think it is. So.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It seems like it's already in just that's why I was like, how many years has this been going on? I'm like, surely this isn't only the second year, because there's just so much momentum and excitement behind it already. So kudos to y'all. What a fun
Thank you.
event. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a few minutes left, so I would love to just ask you what other kind of vital things around either this event or your programs would you like to share with our listeners?
I would say, if you want to learn more about our office and what we do, come see us, call us, but really get on our socials, because we do a lot and we need a lot of community support often.
Mm-hmm.
We're gearing up for our next event after this. We're going to be doing care bag collections, feeding
Awesome.
the community on November 20th out at the Town Square Pavilion. So we'd love to have community members come join us. That's going to be a fun event where we're just recognizing some important issues for our underserved community members.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a DJ and food out there. It's going to be free, and that'll be 12 to 2 on November 20th out at Times Square Pavilion. So just things like that, just to help support us, because the more people that are there attending these events, it really sends a loud message, and it helps us too. And if you have ideas, our office is always open to hear from the community also.
Awesome, very good.
I'd just like to remind the community about the services and programs that we have at the health department. We have our the WIC, Women, Infants, and Children program for families that have children aged 5 and under and are either pregnant. Also, we have our immunizations available if folks need to get their fall flu shot or whatever. Do call us, make your appointment out at the health department.
Fantastic, yes. Yeah, community care in so many ways that y'all bring. I really, really appreciate it. Well, yeah, I really hope that, I don't know, maybe y'all will double your tonnage of pumpkins.
That's the goal.
I cannot get over 2.8 tons.
I thought that was pretty great. And then again, that's thanks to farms, that's Student Sustainable Farms and their crew, the University Farms. They've been great collaborators also. Should probably mention all the collaboration in this event. That's why it's been so successful. It's just come so easy, starting with Angie reaching out, getting me connected to this event, and then Green Earth and be able to use their pumpkins. And then it just tied in with the STEM Center, and then we had, who else, University Extension. So it just keeps growing with our sponsorships and our support.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna get bigger and better.
Yes.
Yeah, and if there's folks in communities surrounding Carbondale that want to get their own event going, there is resources on the U of I Extension website, and scarce.org also has a guide to planning your own pumpkin smash.
Oh, fun.
So we kind of looked to that guide as a resource as we were putting this together. So maybe that's why we're a little far ahead for only a second year event. We had a great foundation to pull from on planning.
Yeah, fantastic. I love that. Do you guys happen to know, and it's all right, I'm going to hit you with a hard question. Okay, you said Illinois is the top producer of pumpkins. Do you know by chance, like, what percentage, like, Southern Illinois might contribute to that pumpkin production?
Ooh, that's a great question. I do not know. We probably would have to leverage our friends at U of I Extension that work with the farmers more direct.
Yeah.
That would have some insight on that in terms of locally.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we have on our campus, there's a lot of research and production with pumpkins, but I'm not sure either. We'd have to look into that.
Yeah.
As the specialist, that's a great question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll know next year when we're telling you about
That's
the
right.
pumpkin smash
No made.
on Talk of the Town next year. You'll hear the answer. I would think it's pretty substantial. Like, I can think of so many pumpkin patches around here, and then independent farmers. I love it.
And I do know that Green Earth sources their pumpkins from a local Illinois farmer here to source them for their Glow event.
Yeah, fantastic. Wow, well, so much good stuff going on. I just really, really appreciate y'all coming on, sharing your time and energy and all these amazing resources. And really, thank you for the work y'all put in and day out, and, you know, educating these next generation of sustainable, conscious-minded folks, and making a difference there on campus and our community. Just really appreciate it.
I do have to say though, it's really thanks to the City of Carbondale, like you and Eva and Dina Hahn for the publicity and just the support.
Yeah.
You know, being part of the Carbondale Halloween. So Halloween has not ended yet.
Yes, that's
so
right,
just
folks.
remember, we're not done yet, and we need to take that and green our Halloween. So there's one more step.
I
Have
love
some
it.
fun and smash with us.
I love it. Halloween's never over here in Carbondale. Awesome. Hey, well, please, give them a follow on their socials, SIU Sustainability, Jackson County Health Department, and you can stay in touch with all these amazing things coming up. And we will keep y'all posted, and we'll talk to you next week, all right? So thank you so much for listening to Talk of the Town, Carbondale, and have a wonderful Monday. And keep your radio tuned to 91.1 WDBX Community Radio all day long. All right, have a good one, y'all.